What happens when the Queen of Christmas serves up the coldest dish of all? Complete and total indifference. Well, Meghan Markle just found out, and honestly, it's more brutal than any royal family drama we've ever witnessed. Picture this: you're Mariah Carey. You're literally performing at King Charles' Sandringham House. That's right, you're so iconic that actual royalty wants you at their Christmas party. A reporter asks you the most obvious question in the world: "Hey Mariah, have you ever met any royals?" Now, if you're keeping score at home, this should be an easy layup. Meghan Markle literally had Mariah on her podcast just 2 years ago. They sat face to face, had what seemed like a meaningful conversation, and Meghan probably thought she'd made a real connection with one of the biggest stars on the planet. But here's where it gets absolutely savage. Mariah's response? She completely skips over Meghan and goes straight to Sarah Ferguson. You know, Fergie, the Duchess of York who hasn't been an active royal in decades. She doesn't just mention her, she calls her cool. Let me put this in perspective for you. This is like someone asking you about your college friends, and instead of mentioning your actual roommate, you bring up that person you met once at a party sophomore year. The level of "you don't even register on my radar" is astronomical. Back in 2022, Meghan invited Mariah onto her Archetypes podcast. The whole episode was basically Meghan trying to reclaim the word diva, you know, turn it from something negative into something empowering. Noble goal, right? But here's what happened. Mariah, being the absolute legend she is, looked Meghan straight in the eye and said, "You're a diva." Cue the awkward silence. Meghan's reaction? Pure panic mode. Nervous laughter, immediate denial, the whole "who, me? I'm just a regular person" routine. It was like watching someone get called out in the most gentle way possible and still having a complete meltdown. Now, Mariah tried to soften the blow. She explained she meant diva in the glamorous, fabulous sense, not the difficult sense. But the damage was done. Meghan spent the rest of that interview acting like she'd been personally attacked by the mean girls at lunch. Here's what makes this whole situation so perfectly, devastatingly brutal. This wasn't even intentional shade. When someone deliberately snubs you, at least you know you're on their mind. You're important enough to actively ignore. But this? This is worse. This is Mariah Carey's brain going through her mental Rolodex of royal encounters and Meghan just not being there. It's like being unfriended on social media, but the person didn't even realize you were friends to begin with. Let's be honest about something. Meghan isn't exactly the royal family's favorite person right now. She married Prince Harry, was part of the firm for what felt like 5 minutes, then left and turned royal tell-alls into her personal brand. In royal circles, she's not Her Royal Highness anymore. She's that person who did the Oprah interview. And apparently, in Mariah Carey's world, she's just nobody worth mentioning. This is a woman who has been serving vocal runs and subtle shade since before some of you were born. She doesn't need to try to demolish someone's ego, it's literally built into her DNA. She's the same person who, when asked about Jennifer Lopez, said "I don't know her" and created a meme that's still going strong decades later.